Let me call upon Tanzania.
Maintenant, il est temps d'inviter d'abord
Karibuni
hapa Malawi. Asante sana.
Asante sana. So I don't know whether I should continue in Kiswahili because the chair understands it. But I will begin with a light note. I think as parliamentarians and some of us being speakers, we should learn from the chair the style that is using, being attentive to every other presentation and having to make a comment on every other presentation. So that's a good thing. I would also like to agree with the rest of the comments that have been made, because in the interest of time, I will talk about Tanzania a little later in the few minutes that have been given. But I was asking myself, as we are discussing here about the sustainability, efficiency, self-sufficiency in the SADC region. And then I heard from one of the presenters talking about Malawi using the renewable energy sources. And then my question is, and I hope they'll have time to respond, what is the percentage of the population in Malawi that has access to electricity? Because it was presented in a very good way, so I would really like to learn and then see if it's working in Malawi. Definitely everybody else should be able to do that. And I think it's important for all our countries to have that sense of how many people in our respective countries have access to electricity. It's important because when we meet in these big gatherings, it's so easy to explain, the projects and programs in our respective countries. But I must commend the lady from Madagascar, the deputy speaker. She spoke about the challenges that the entire country of Madagascar is going through. And so it's easier once you admit the challenges that are going on in our countries. Now, I'm saying all that because of this topic. We are talking about sustainability. If the majority of the population in our respective countries don't have access to energy at all, to electricity at all, and then we are discussing about sustainability. What are we sustaining? They don't have that power. And we are talking about clean energy. They don't even have that dirty energy. So, so we have to be realistic. We have to be realistic. It's true, we talk about climate change. We talk about the fact that it is our responsibilities to ensure that we protect the globe. Yes, it is true. But when you consider that most of the SADC countries, we are still in the dark, maybe we should be looking at solutions that are going to give our people access first, and then start from there cleaning up whatever is dirty. And I had here, we are talking about women and the fact that they use firewood, they use charcoal. I mean, I was looking at the statistics from the presentation here. From the look of things, Tanzania, we are using LPG at 4%. What about the rest of the countries? And I'm not going to, speak in this meeting like Tanzania is doing so well. No. We have plans to move, but we haven't really started, so to speak. Because if you're talking about 4%, that's very low. But even us now, as the elite, as the leaders in those countries, what do we use in our houses? Don't we use charcoal? What are our families using? We can't. We have to lead by example if that's what we are saying. And I was looking here at the load shedding. Some of our countries have developed so much that the load shedding is actually put on the internet so that so that our citizens can actually go to the internet and see when they will actually have power. And we are talking about sustainability. What is it that we are sustaining? We should look at the practical solutions for our countries instead of looking at what others are saying in other places outside SADC, where they already had power for a long time, and they have used a similar methods that they are now preventing us from using. I don't think we should buy into that. But now, my time is running. Now back to Tanzania. We are making some progress. Recently, we signed the host government agreement in order to develop our liquefied natural gas projects. So we hope, because in the presentation it came out very clearly that Tanzania is supposed to participate in the bucket, so to speak, for the energy in SADC. We will do that, and we are in the process of doing that. But we also have a huge project, and I sympathize with our colleague from DRC Congo, and I hope things will work out in order to use the Congo River. Now, in my own country, we have a large project to develop power, which is the Julius Nyerere hydropower project. It's going to produce 2,115 megawatts once it's completed, and we hope that is going to be completed in 2024. So we hope part of that energy that will not be used in the country can go to some of the SADC countries that will need it. Now, because I talked about statistics from our own countries, in my own country we have had, because our country is big, we have had to establish a rural electrification agent, which is rural energy agent, just for rural, to ensure that the villagers have electricity. And in that plan, we are hoping by the end of this year, electricity would have reached every village in Tanzania. So when we talk about sustainability, we should use what we have. If you have coal in the country, use that coal until your people have power, and then we can talk later about cleaning up that coal. That's my way of looking at it. Instead of stopping a person or a country from using coal because some people somewhere have got power, which they're using nuclear or they're using water or whatever. So, in the interest of time, I would say in SADC, I think if we are going to talk about this topic, we should use the resources that we have in our countries. And nobody should stop us from using it because somewhere, somehow, people have studied something. Yes, we understand science, we agree to those researches, but we will reach there when it's our time to reach there. Thank you very much.
Asante sana from Tanzania. Kama kuna mtu hana usingizi, ni waziri wa umeme.